Welcome back to Tour with Joe. So today we're going to be going through the top tips you need to know before travelling on the London Underground. Tip 1. Check the line closures before you travel. If possible, always check and plan ahead if you are travelling on the London Underground, especially on a weekend. In London, on a weekend, there tends to be a lot of maintenance for the London Underground. So what I recommend is downloading Citymapper and using this app before you travel anywhere in London. Not only will it tell you if there's any planned closures or disruptions on your line, but it also tell you how long it will take to get you to your destination and the most efficient and quickest way to get there. Number 2, choose your ticket wisely. If you're planning to use the tube a couple of times in the week, then what you can do is use your bank card, what we call a contactless payment. This is a very quick and easy method to allow you to pay for London Underground with no hassle, and also tends to be very cost effective. However, if you're planning to stay for a longer time, then I highly recommend you to purchase an Oyster card at your closest underground. I have created a past video that discusses the different payment methods that you can use when using the London Underground. So do check out in the suggested box above now. Number 3. Always stand right of the escalator. So when you are moving around the station, you will see that there's a lot of escalators that take you lower to your tube line. When you do use these escalators, do keep in mind that you should stay to the right, as to the left, you'll find lots of busy people that will walk or run past you down the escalators to get to their tube line quicker. If you are in a big group or you have lots of shopping bags, then I highly recommend to use a lift. If you're unable to use a lift, then I'd highly recommend to just stay right to the escalator, as it will just speed up the whole process for those wanting to get past you. Number 4, remember rush hour. If this is your first time using the London Underground, then I'd highly recommend to be careful of travelling in rush hour times. Rush hour tends to be between 7 o'clock in the morning till around about 9 o'clock in the morning, and in the evening between about 5 and 7 PM. These are the times where lots of people are travelling to and from work, and therefore we call it rush hour. Expect the Underground to be very busy, and people are also moving very quick as they want to get home from their miserable jobs. When you do get to the right platform, do bear in mind that you most likely will be queuing in this time, and also the train will be very busy, so what you can do is wait till the next available train, or you can just pack on to the available tube, but do bear in mind that it's going to be very hot and claustrophobic for you. Number 5, make sure you have your ticket or payment device available at the barrier. Sometimes there can be a little bit of a bottleneck at the barriers, as many people are looking to travel through the Underground very quickly, especially in rush hour. Therefore, make sure you have your ticket or contactless payment available and ready to go. You don't want to be that person that holds up all of the other people behind you. Do take note that the barriers do open automatically, so as soon as you tap your ticket or your contactless payment on the yellow card reader, the barriers will open and you can just move through very quickly. Do be quick when moving through the barriers though, because they do also shut very quickly. Number 6, let people get off the train first. It will help everybody if you allow the people arriving on the train to actually exit the train first. Not only this, it will also help you get onto the train quickly, as it will just create a more easy flow of people. When you are waiting for the train, what you can do is see where the previous train doors opened and stand close to that point, as it will allow you to get onto the train very quickly and get a seat before anybody else. Number 7, seating. So if you are able to get a seat on the London Underground, you are very lucky, but do bear in mind that there are people who need those seats more than you. For example, if you're elderly, disabled or pregnant, do give up that seat if you see someone needing that seat more than you. Also, if you are only travelling a few stops, it's actually easier to stand up, as you are able to get off the train a lot easier and a lot quicker. Also, when you are standing, you are able to view the maps located along the top of the train. This will highlight to you how many stops you have remaining on your journey. Number 8, keep your personal belongings safe. Like any city around Europe, there are many pickpocketers who are looking to take your possessions. I highly recommend that if you are keeping your possessions in a bag, that you keep that bag zipped up, and also that you take that bag off so you are able to control and see your possessions without anybody coming behind you and pickpocketing you. Not only this, but it will also create more space by taking your bag off, and you won't have someone really annoyed when your bag hits them on the cramped Underground. Number 9, don't panic, you can always go back again. If you have caught the wrong tube or potentially you have missed your stop, then do not worry and don't panic. It is so easy just to get off at the stop, cross the platform and go the other way. The trains come very frequently, so you will not be waiting long, and also it will give you time to view the map to make sure you are travelling in the right direction. And number 10, put your safety first. Do not cross the yellow line and mind the gap when you are on board in the train. The yellow line is there for your safety, to stop you falling into the tracks, so do not cross it and stay behind it. Do watch out in rush hour though, as the platform can get very cramped. Put your safety first and stand back. And when you are on board in the train, do mind the gap. It is very common that when a train approaches, that there is a gap between the platform and the train due to the angle that the platform was built at. So just bear in mind not to drop any of your possessions, hold on to them tightly, and watch your feet when you are on board in the train. And lastly guys, a top tip special, ask for help if you need it. The London Underground is equipped with so many staff, normally located at the barriers. If you are lost, if you're in danger, or you just want to speak to somebody, then just go over to them, give them a friendly smile, and I'm sure they'll be happy to help you. There'll also be free maps located near the barriers and also information to help you travel around London safely. I hope you have found these top tips to be useful. When you are using London Underground, I hope you have a great journey. Do let me know in the comments down below of your experiences with the London Underground. And lastly, please do like and subscribe to show support to this channel.